many of us are carrying covenants that were made by ignorant parents, idolatrous parents, families who, as at the time when they existed, the gospel probably had not come to that part of town, and so they had agreements with demonic spirits, fallen angels, and you are sitting 4 generations later and you're having dreams and you're having flashes. You're being molested at night by demonic entities. You can't get pregnant, or you get pregnant, you always lose it. You can't keep a husband, and because there's just always something fighting against every man that walks into your life, and you don't know why. And probably because there was somebody in the bloodline who covenanted themselves and covenanted their children to a deity that requires the females to be fully given to the worship of that god. So it doesn't even matter whether you relocate. Altars respect locations, but covenants do not. The covenants go past physical boundaries. So you may leave that nation, but the covenant follows you wherever you go to. Now, the moment you see a pattern, one of the ways in which you determine when there's things going on in the bloodline, there are different things. You look at like marital patterns. Do the marriages last? Do the marriages break? What happens? You also look at prosperity patterns in the family. Do they ever get wealthy? And if they do they lose the money at a point? It's very important, because you see, it is through your labor you get wealth. And so your money and your wealth is usually a reflection of your life. So there's a strong connection there, and why gods usually ask for sacrifices. So you look at the wealth patterns in the family. You also want to look at mental health patterns. There are some families that people actually go crazy. You see that maybe the uncle, is in a mental institution, or the auntie or the grandfather. It's a pattern. There's something there that speaks about the invasion of darkness that corrupts the capacity of them to have a sound mind. And so you have to look at mental health patterns. What is the lapse or weakness in the minds of people in this bloodline? Another thing you want to look at is childbirth. Because barrenness is usually a sign of a curse in a land. So you want to ask yourself, what happened in the land even before I was born that is causing, barrenness that is seen as a pattern at the moment. You also want to look at like positions in the family. So there are some cases, how the Bible says that every firstborn son that opened the womb is meant to be dedicated unto God. And so you have to look at positions, what happens with the firstborn sons, what happens, with the daughters, what happens, there are different laws that follows the position of birthing. And so the position of birthing determines a lot.